have a NECO question, and as it is written here that the figure below shows half part of a flat spanner, draw the given view with O as the center, full size, and use the same dimensions to complete the other half end with P as the center to make it a double-ended spanner. Make the distance between O and P 200 millimeters. Clearly show all centers. So that is the instruction. And looking at this diagram, which is the half of the flat spanner, so we have dimensions that we are to use, which are written as you can see it here. So let me start with the dimensions around here, as we have this horizontal center line, and then we have that the distance of this line from this line is 30 millimeters, and then so these lines and this line, this line and this line, these three lines, they are drawn with 30 degrees set square. So it means that if you look at it, so this line is at angle 30 degree to this horizontal line. So if you look at it very well, so what it means is that as it is written here, the distance from here to here is 15 millimeters, and also from here to here is 15 millimeters. Okay, then we have the radius of this arc to be 26 millimeters. We also have the same thing here. Then the radius of this big arc is 48 millimeters, while the radius of this arc is 24 millimeters. The radius of this arc is 52 millimeters. Radius of this arc is 24 millimeters, and the distance of this line from this center line is 20 millimeters, while the distance of this line from the center line is 8 millimeters. So we make use of these dimensions to produce this given one, and then the other end will also produce it, as you are going to see me working it out. So now, so follow me and let's see how this problem can be solved. So what we are to do first is to draw a horizontal center line. So we draw a horizontal center line like this. So here we have the center line. Then the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to take the 30 degrees set square. So we take the 30 degrees set square and we set it like this. Okay, so you have to set it like this. And then so draw a line. So draw a center line like this at 30 degree. So as we have it here. And then we are going to draw a line that will be at an angle 60 degree to this line. So we set the set square, bringing it to this point, okay? And then we draw a line. So from here, so through this point where this line touches this horizontal center line, so we draw a line with the 60 degree side of the set square. So we draw it like this. So we have this line. Okay, so now, so let's indicate this point that this is center O, as we are told in the question. So what I want us to do first is to produce this part, and then we now work on the other part. So we are making use of dimensions, as I said, so we take it one by one for you to be able to grab what I want to, the way I want to do it, and then you'll be able to do it yourself. Now let's look at the next thing that we have to do. So let us produce this line. So this line and this line, they are 30 millimeters apart. So from this line to this line is 15, from here to here is 15. So this is the line that we have at the middle of those two lines, which are 30 millimeters apart. So we are to, so with the ruler, so we, okay, so let me make use of this. So we take 15 millimeters from here. So from here, we take 15 to this side. This is 15 millimeters, okay? And then we take 15 millimeters to this side, so making 30, okay? Then with 30 degrees set square, so with 30 degrees set square, so we are going to draw a line. So through this point, so we draw a line, so through this point, and then so we move to this point, and we also draw a line through this point with the 30 degree set square. Now let's look at the next thing that we have to do. So I want us to draw this particular arc of radius 24 millimeters. So we take a measurement of 24 millimeters on the ruler. So we take 24 millimeters on the ruler. So this is, so here we have this to be 24. So this is 24. Okay, so here we have 24 millimeters. Okay, so we put the pin here at this point and we draw an arc. So we draw an arc like this. All right, so here we have this arc, as you can see it here. All right, so make sure it touches this line and this line. So because we are going to make use of those 2 points. All right, having done that, so let us draw this arc. So we are going to draw this big arc of radius 48. So let's take a measurement of 48 millimeters on the ruler. So with the compass, so 48 millimeters. So here I have this to be 48 millimeters. So here is 48 millimeters here. So we add this to be 48 millimeters. Okay, so then all right, so this is 48. So we put the pin or the compass here and we draw the arc. So we draw it. So we are not going to make it feasible yet. Okay, so just to see it a little. So this okay. Now, so let's now go for this arc of radius 26 millimeters. So this 8 millimeters that they gave here, I'm not going to use it because I've checked it and I found that if I draw with this 26 millimeters, it will stop here where this 8 millimeters is showing to us. So just take 26 millimeters. So I will take a measurement of 26 millimeters on the ruler. So this is 26 millimeters. So here we have this to be 26 millimeters. Okay, then we put the pin or the compass at this point. Okay, so then we are going to, so we put it at this point like this, and then so we turn it from here just to touch this arc, and then we turn it this way, so it goes this way, so it goes like this. So we have it here like this. Okay, all right, so we have it here. Then with the same 26 millimeters, so we put the pin here at this point. Okay, and then so we go on and draw the arc like this. All right, so we have this now. Okay, so then we can now make this arc. So this big arc can now make it more feasible. Okay, so all right, so we go with this to make it more feasible. So we have this now. All right, so then the next thing that we are going to do is that, so let's make this line, let's make it a thick line. So we make it a thick line from here to here. Okay, and then so we also make this a thick line from this point to this point here. Okay, so we have this now. So let's now go for this part. Let's go for this part, or before that, let us work this something like this. Let's produce it here. Okay, so first of all, we are told that the distance between the center, this center O and center P is 200. So we have to take a measurement of 200 millimeters from this center O here. So this is 100. Okay, then I will take another 100 from here. So this is 100 millimeters. Okay, so we have this. So then the next thing that I'm going to do, is that, so with in this case now, so let me explain before we go on. So let me explain. This is very, very important. We have seen a spanner before. You see that if you are looking at a double-ended spanner, okay, so and they are of the same size, you see that the one that we are going to have on this side is a reverse of this one here. So we are going to reverse it. What I mean that is that, so this part now, this part that we have here, we turn to this side, while this part here, we turn to this side. So that's what I mean by that. So we have to produce it like that. That's why you need to be familiar with tools like this in technical drawing, physically, okay? So you have to be familiar with them. So I'm explaining it due to experience that I have having seen a spanner before or spanners before or different forms. Okay, so we are going to reverse this. So we have the center now. So what we are going to do is that we are going to draw a line. So this line now will now be in this direction. So 30 degree. So we draw with 30 degrees set square. So it goes in this direction like this. Okay, we have this, and then we are going to draw a line with the 60-degree side. Okay, so at this point, so we draw the line. So from here, so we draw like this through this point. Okay, so we have this now. All right, so this is point center P. So this is center P. So we write P at this point here. Okay, so we're asked to show it. The next thing that we are going to do, as we did here, so we are going to take a measurement of 15 millimeters from the center here. Okay, so 15 millimeters from the center. So here we have this. So this is 15 millimeters. So we have this to be 15 millimeters from the center. And then we have another 15 millimeters from the center. Okay, we have this. So with the 30 degrees set square, so we are going to draw a line parallel to the center, this center line. Okay, so they are distance apart. Okay, so the distance of this from here is 15. Okay, so we take our time so to draw the line. So we have the line like this, and then so we come to this point here. So we also draw a line like this. We have this now. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we take that 24 millimeters as we did for this. So we take 24 millimeters on the ruler. So 24 millimeters. So this is 24 millimeters here. We have this to be 24 millimeters, and then we put the pin or the compass at this center P, and then we draw an arc like this. We make sure the arc touches the two straight lines like this. Okay, so we have it like this. All right, so then the next thing that we are going to do, so we are going to draw the big arc of radius 48 millimeters. So we take a measurement of 48 millimeters on the ruler. So 48 millimeters. So here is 48 millimeters. Okay, then we put the pin at the center here, and we draw the arc partially. So not we are not making it visible yet, as we did on this side. So we have it like this. All right, so having done that, the next thing that we are going to do is to draw this arc and this arc of radius 26 millimeters. Take a measurement of 26 millimeters on the ruler. So here is 26 millimeters. Okay, so then we put the pin at this point. So we put the pin at this point here, okay, where the arc touches this straight line. Then we draw an arc from here. So the arc goes like this. Okay, so we gently draw. So we have the arc like this. All right, so and then we put it at this point. So we put it at this point, and then so we draw the arc like this. Okay, so we have the arc like this. All right, so having done this, the next thing that we are going to do is that, so we need to make the this arc, this big arc, so we have to make it more visible. Okay, so just extend the pen point or the compass here. Okay, so and then so we go this way to make it more visible. All right, so we have this. Okay, so then this line, we have to make it a thick line. So we make this line a thick line from here to here, and then we make it this line also a thick line from here to here. All right, so we have this now. So now the next thing that we are going to do is to work on this part and this part here. So let's start with the one that we have here. So from the center line, we are going to take a measurement of 20 millimeters down and 8 millimeters up. Okay, so that is what we are going to do. So this is how I'm going to do it. Very simple. You will see how I'm going to do it. So we are going to draw a line. So we just any distance, so we just draw a line. So we draw a line like this. Okay, so we have this line. Okay, so on this line I will take the measurement. So from the center here, so I'm going to take 8 millimeters up. So this is 8 millimeters up here, and then so down here I will take 20 millimeters. This is 20 millimeters. So then I'm going to draw horizontal line. So here I will draw horizontal line like this. Okay, so I will draw it like this, and then coming here I will also draw a horizontal line, so through this point, so it goes like this. Okay, so now so let's look at the next thing that we are going to do. So we want to draw this arc and want to draw this arc. Let's start with this. So what we are going to do is that the radius of this arc is 24 millimeters. So we are taking a measurement of 24 millimeters, okay, because this is a straight line. Okay, so we have to take that 24. So we take 24, this is 24 millimeters here. So through this 24, so draw horizontal line. So draw horizontal line like this, okay. Then the next thing that we are going to do is that this 24 millimeters, we are going to add it with this 48 because we is going to touch, by the time we draw this arc, okay, this arc touches the straight line and it touches this arc. So now, so what we have to do, we are going to add this 24 and this 48 together, and that will give us 72 millimeters. So with the compass, so we take a measurement of 72 millimeters because we want to locate the center of arc on this straight line. So we take a measurement of 72 millimeters. So here is 72 millimeters here. So here we have this to be, so this is 72 millimeters here. Okay, so we put the pin at the center here. So put the pin at the center here. Okay, a center hole here, and then so make an arc on this line. So make an arc. So this is center of arc. So we are now going to take that 24 millimeters. Okay, so we are applying the principles of tangency here in solving this problem. So we take 24 millimeters, which is the radius of the arc that will connect the straight line and the circle or the arc together. So you put the pin here at this point. Okay, so put the pin at this point. So look at it, it touches this arc. So just turn it this way. So we have it like this. All right, so we have produced the arc, as you can see it here. Okay, so now, so this part is going to be turned to this side here. So it's going to be turned to this side here. So okay, so so we are going to have this arc. We are having it here, but in this case, the arc may not be as curved as this. Let's see how it goes. So what we have to do now is that, so that 24 that we took here, so we are going to take it down here also. So 24 millimeters. Okay, I think I should have done it together at once, but okay, let's complete this one, then we'll come and replicate it here. I think I should have taken the measurement together, but let's don't worry, so we get it done now. So let's work on this one. So the radius of this arc is 52 millimeters. So what I'm going to do, I will need to extend this line a little bit. So we need to extend it down a bit. So we extend it so down here. Okay, so then we are going to take 52 millimeters from here, 52 millimeters from this line. So take 52 millimeters down. So this is 52 millimeters. Okay, so then we draw a horizontal line from this point. So we draw a horizontal line like this. Okay, so we have this. So now, so we are going to sum the radius of this arc 48 and radius of this arc together. So 48 plus 52, that will give us 100 millimeters. So on the ruler, we take a measurement of 100 millimeters on the ruler, 100 millimeters on the ruler. So we take 100. So all right, so let's take our time to get it done. So this is 100 millimeters. Put the pin here at this center O, and then you make an arc on this line. So make an arc here. All right, so this is the center of the arc. So we are going to take a measurement of 52 millimeters. Take 52 millimeters. So with the compass, because the radius of that arc is 52 millimeters. So take 52 millimeters on the ruler with the compass. So this is 52 millimeters here. I have this to be 52 millimeters. Okay, so here is 52. So then put the pin of the compass here at this point, and then so if you look at it, it will touch this part. Okay, let me retake it. All right, so here is 52 millimeters. So you put the pin here. Okay, so put the pin at this point. Okay, let me check this 100 that we took again. So 100. So this is 100 millimeters. So you put at this point, and we have it here. So this is 100. Then if I take 52 millimeters again, okay, so 52 millimeters again. So this is 52 millimeters. Okay, so if I put it at this point, okay, so then, all right, so this is it. So you have to make sure you have accurate measurements. So you can see what happened and what I did now. Okay, there was an error. So please just check and make sure you have it accurate. So we are done with this part here. We are done with this part. We have drawn this arc, and we have also drawn this arc. Now, so we come to this side now. So we come to this side. So let's see what we are to do to produce the arc here and here. So what we are to do is that from this line, so from this line for this part, you can see that what we have here is similar to what we have down here, and what we have here is similar to what we have here. So so you can, and then the radius of this arc here is 52 millimeters. For this arc, this 52 millimeters. So we are going to make use of that 52 on this side, while for this one, this is 24. By making use of that 24 here. So what we are to do is that from this line here, from this line, so take a measurement of 52 millimeters away. So 52 millimeters. So here is 52 millimeters here. So we have this to be 52 millimeters. So we are going to draw a horizontal line. So we draw a horizontal line like this on this part. Okay, so then, so you can see that for us to locate this arc here on this line, we added the radius of this arc and radius of this arc together. That is 48 plus 52, and that gives us 100 millimeters. So we have to take that 100 millimeters. So ensure you take it accurately. So if it is not accurate, go back and retake it. Okay, don't have to rush this. Okay, so so here I have this to be 100 millimeters. So then, so put the pin at the center here. So put the pin at the center and then make an arc here like this. Okay, so then we now take a measurement of 52 millimeters on the ruler with the compass. 52 millimeters. So so here is 52. Okay, so the light, okay, okay, so this is 52 millimeters. So put the pin here. So put the pin here, and then so look at it, it touches this part. So just turn it this way. Okay, so we have this. So don't rush this work. So take your time to take the accurate measurement. All right, so then we are left with this part, okay? So for this part here from this line, so we take a measurement of 24 millimeters. 24 millimeters, this is 20 and this is 24. So here we have 24 millimeters. So at this point, so draw a horizontal line. So draw horizontal line like this. So we have this. Okay, so now, so we are going to add the radius of this arc and radius of this arc together. That is 24 plus 48. That gives us 72 millimeters. 72 millimeters. Okay, so let's take that 72 millimeters. So here we have, so this is, okay, so I'm having this to be 72 millimeters. Okay, so this is 72. Okay. All right, so this is 72 millimeters. So we put the pin here at center P. Okay, then make an arc on this line. So make an arc here. Then, so we now take that 24 millimeters, 24 millimeters on the line, on the ruler, with the compass 24 millimeters. So here is 24. So here I have this to be 24 millimeters. We put the pin here at this point, okay? And then looking at this, okay? So what I observe about this is that, so with that 24, so I may need to adjust it myself, okay? So it's just a small arc that we're going to have here. So it's not going to be a very big arc like this one. So because of the way this is done, so I'll just blend. So the arc will be very small, or it may not even be visible, but just for us to bend it. Okay, so I may just use my hand to adjust, just a small hack. If you have seen a spanner, a double open-ended spanner, so you have seen it that the curve here is very small. So that 24 may not work, as it doesn't work here. So we just blend them together. So what we have to do finally is that we are going to make this line, so make it a thick line from here to here. Okay, so make it a thick line from here to here. And then okay, so so this line, so we also make it a thick line from here to here. All right, so we have this, so you can see that we have been able to produce this spanner. It's as simple as I've done it here. Thank you and God bless you.